A robbery gone wrong over a pair of shoes. Tonight, a Chicago teen is dead and his family is asking why. Good evening, I'm Bob Surratt. Robin Robinson is off tonight. The young man and a friend were walking down a street in Gary on Thursday morning when, according to police, they were approached by people in two cars who demanded their money. Craig Wall has our report live from the South Side, where the victim's family is looking for justice. Craig?
Bob, that's right. Sergio Pinex used to live here on this block. His family says he recently moved to Gary to get a fresh start on life with a new job and a new apartment. Now they are wondering why a simple robbery had to cost him his life. Angela Pinex seeks comfort from a relative one day after losing her son to senseless violence. 18-year-old Sergio Pinex and a friend were minding their own business, walking down this street in Gary when two vehicles stopped alongside them Thursday morning around 10 a.m. A man with a gun got out and demanded their shoes and money.
He didn't deserve this. He didn't deserve it.
It was the other guy's shoes. They took the shoes off the other guy, and he didn't have no money on him. I don't know if they took his wallet or not, but he refused to get down when they told him to get down.
Pinex's friend gave up his shoes and wallet and lived. The killers took nothing from Pinex, just his life. He would have turned 19 next week. Now his family is planning a funeral instead of a birthday party.
It's so hard to believe that he's gone. You know, just walking to the stove. I don't understand it.
Police in Gary are looking for a purple PT Cruiser and a white Cadillac involved in the shooting, but this neighborhood has no surveillance cameras, and so investigators are looking for help from the public. Pinex's family is looking for justice.
There's no explanation. But all I know is, whoever did it, would you please turn yourself in? Because my son did not deserve this.
Sergio Pinex was known as a handyman who could fix almost anything. Now his family is wishing that he was around, the only thing that could fix their heartache. Live on the South Side, Craig Wall, Chicago News.
Craig, thanks.
Yo, what up, niggas? It's your boy Philco here. And this story is extremely depressing, man. It's extremely depressing. Now, I know how a lot of people will respond to that clip. How a lot of people will respond to that clip, saying things like, I would have just gave it up, I would have just did this, I would have just did that, or he should have just gave up his sneakers, it's not worth your life, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to come out and say something that you guys probably don't see coming. But I understand what the young 18-year-old did. I understand why he didn't give up his sneakers. I understand why he didn't listen to them. Some people work really hard and get paid shit. They work really hard, get paid shit. Now, even though when it comes to the community and stuff like that, it's generally not good for our communities buying these sneakers and exporting the money out of our communities and whatnot. It's not good for our people. But sometimes you just have to treat yourself. For all that hard work you do, probably making minimum wage, you don't have a car, you walking. All you got to make yourself feel good are those sneakers. That's all you got. That's what you worked for. You planned it. You're like, I'm going to work these hours, and I'm going to get these sneakers. So all that work you do, and then one day you're walking with your friend having fun, somebody rolls up on you and within a minute expects to take that hard work away from you. It is not easy for a lot of people to just say, okay, sure, take it. Of course they can work hard and do it another day, yes. And of course, logically it's smarter to just give it away. But I understand how he felt when he refused to do what they told him to do. I understand how he felt, and honestly, I might just be the same way, depending on what it is. Because I've thought about it a lot of times. Now, I've never had a gun pointed at me on purpose. Well, I did have a gun pointed at me, but it wasn't at me on purpose. I was kind of like walking by at a bad time. I was in a Hispanic area, and like these guys were arguing. One guy runs in the house, and as I'm walking by, the other guy comes out the house with a shotgun just pointing, because there's Hispanic people arguing with black people. And so he comes out the shotgun. I'm the first black person he saw. He was pointing at me, and I was like, just casually, my friend Ruan was there. Just casually, I was like, wrong guy. You know, and then he went after the right guys, but I'm happy I just was like, wrong guy. Well, like, no shock, just wrong dude. You know, I guess I play Call of Duty too much, but yeah, anyway. I might just be the same way. And it's sad that a lot of people would rather focus on the fact that this guy just didn't give up his sneakers rather than the fucking guys who are robbing him. Those guys with no lives. Those guys would probably have no jobs. How about we focus on those guys robbing and killing people for no fucking reason? Especially in our communities. Over sneakers. Why is it so common in our community that murder is comfortable for some dudes? Some dudes just seem to be comfortable killing. Why are so many people comfortable killing? Let's talk about it. Why the fuck are they so comfortable killing? Maybe it's because prison ain't shit. They might not get caught. Guns are easy to get. But why is there no fear in these people, especially in Chicago? Why is there no fear in these people when it comes to killing? Where does this stem from? I could just kill a nigga like nothing. Like, what is it? Like, why is it so easy for us to kill people who look like us? It's very easy. Well, I'll tell you one thing I noticed. There's a lot of jealousy and envy within our people, with people who look like this, with people who look like us. It's international. It's international. It's not just an African, well, it's mostly an African American thing, because I know, and maybe in Africa they have it too, or in Britain, whatever, but in America I know we have it, and maybe they have it in Africa, I'm not sure, or in Britain I'm not sure, but I know we have it in America. But you know, we might actually have it in Africa too. I released a video talking about how I got a message about somebody who, basically a black person who says he's 100% African, but because of how Africans behave, he doesn't mind if Russians hate Africans. He understands why they hate them. This is what he said. He's African. This is what he said. He said he understands why Russians hate Africans. He said it. I put it in my Facebook. Then I post that video and I'm talking about what the guy said, and some African dude just gets at me. He's like, oh, yo, it's because of you. People think Africans are poor and shit. You know, I fuck more bitches than you. My bitches look better than you. And all this shit. He's like, come to my page. I'm like, how old are you? That's the first thing I'm thinking, like, nigga, how old are you? I don't know you. I don't care how much pussy you get. Congratulations. I'll give you a hand clap. I don't give a shit. If all your girls are Victoria's Secret models. But that's how a lot of black people are. They gotta try to compete with the other black person. And they're very emotional always. They gotta try to compete with the other black person. Now, to respond to the stupid shit he was saying, he's Zambian. And what's funny is I help a lot of Zambians out. And I even let Zambians upload their videos about their country on my page. Should have done your research before you said stupid shit. But yet, I get all that hate, but I highly doubt he would say the same exact thing to a white person. And another example, when I was in Tambov, I was very cool with these black people, very cool. But something happened when I was in Tambov. I was hanging out with these girls, one black, two white, and we were hanging out. And they're like, oh, Phil, don't go over there with those black guys. They might try to beat you. And I'm like, for what? And she goes, they're mad because you're with us. I'm like, are you serious? So I just go over there. I started chopping it up, talking blah, blah, blah. It was all good. But she was just like, yeah, they're mad at us because we're with you. I'm like, what the fuck are they mad about? That's retarded. She's like, oh, you know, because you're American and they're jealous that we're hanging out with you and they think. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. We're in the middle of Russia and you're jealous of other black people because they're hanging out with girls? Really? All you got to do is holler at me, brother. Brother be like, yo, I got strong feelings for that girl right there, just letting you know. I don't know if there's something going on about it. And I would respect that. I would respect that hard body. But still, we kind of have this, it's like a black competition thing. We always have to compete with the other black person. If a white person's better than us, alright, cool, he's white. But when a black person's better than, oh, that nigga this, that, what the fuck is it? You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck how poor you are, how popular, it doesn't matter to me. The dude I was hanging out with in Tambov, the one I made the video with, whose brother got shot by skinheads, and he got shot by skinheads in St. Petersburg, I treated him. I took him out shopping. I even gave him some of my gear. I got this guy into the pageant without having to pay. Like, I was treating him. Just because I had it and he didn't. And I think that's how all of us black people should be with each other, especially in Russia. I was treating him because I couldn't get to his brother. I hooked him up with the Zambian Sons Ambassador and all that shit. I did it myself. Where were the other Zambians in this case, for those who say I don't care about Africa? Where were you when I was doing all this shit? Where were you? Where's your video about what happened? Oh, but you know a lot of people don't want to see those kind of videos in Russia. That's why I got in trouble after releasing that video. But none of you got in trouble because you didn't do it. I did it. But yet people want to talk shit in comments that they get more pussy. That's what I'm talking about, maturity of black people. You know what I mean? It's kind of fucking sad. And it all stems, I think it all stems from just, we have this mentality. I don't know if it's a slave thing. I don't know if it's a DNA thing. But we have to be better than everybody who looks like us. You know, we just have to. You know what I mean? And it's sad. And at the same time, we don't care that much for people who look like us at all. We're just offing each other like nobody in this country. Here in America. We are just offing each other left and right like it's a sport. We rap about it. We sing about it. We do it. It's a problem. And I don't think it's going away anytime soon. I don't think it's going away. You know, we even make gangs to separate ourselves further. We even make gangs to separate ourselves further. Whenever I watch like a prison documentary, it just kills me when I see how the blacks are divided in like 3 or 4 different gangs. It always just kills me. Especially when the Mexicans usually run everything because there's more of them in a lot of prisons. And yet the blacks don't get it to come together. I mean, in some prisons they do. But in the vast majority of prisons, they'd rather be Blood, Crip, 5%er, Zulu Nation. They'd rather just carve themselves up and give themselves less of a chance. And still fight each other in front of these Aryans and in front of the Mexicans who are just looking and laughing. It's just ridiculous. I know there's Southern Mexicans and Northern Mexicans. I don't know what's up with that, but I might research it and find out why they're dividing themselves like that. I don't get it, but I want to learn it. And that's basically it, people. This shit is fucked up, but I understand, man. You work hard for your shit. I mean, in the end, logically, it's better giving it up so you can live and your family can, you know, breathe and be happy that you're still alive. But, you know, I know that feeling of, fuck you, I work for this, get your own shit. So I like to say rest in peace to this young man. I hope those guys, well, this is kind of old, but I hope they got arrested. And I hope they never see the light of day again. Hope they go to prison, get raped, get stabbed every day. I don't want them to die. I want them to live and be tortured. That's what I want. And I want it to be publicized. So next time someone thinks about committing a crime like this, they won't do it. And that's it, people. Later.